Well, if you are listening to this, you made it to 2025. Wow. What a year 2024 was. I mean, 2024 really had a lot of laughs.
Hey, Patrick,
What?
I thought of something funnier than 24.
Let me hear it.
25.
Well, if it is you thought 2024 was funny when it comes to the PlayStation community and all these sickos, believe you me, 2025 would be better. Now, when it comes to the Xbox community, we are coming into 25 like this. Yes, things are looking good for the Xbox community or anyone who is in the Xbox ecosystem, because one thing we have in 2025 is games. Yes, we have it in different varieties. We have it at first party, and even we have third party games coming to Xbox Game Pass. Wow, 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 wow. I mean, the PlayStation community is going to say that we are getting the same games that you are getting. No, ponies, you are not. You see, we are different. While you guys would have to pay full price for some of the games that we will be having, we will be eating it free on Game Pass. You guys, we are not the same, ponies. You guys can talk to us when it comes to saving money and getting the best value for the hobby that we love. You can talk to us.
Can talk to me? I want a pocket reading on a Friday. Broken. I've been broken.
From the mouth of babes, while we will be eating good this year 2025, the PlayStation community, some in the PlayStation community is still battling with whether they are a pony or whether they are not a pony. The last video we would have shown that Reforge is saying he's not a pony. He don't defend Sony, but look at him now.
Information today from developers about why the narrative about the PSSR that was weird, about the PSSR failing, why that narrative is just so utterly bankrupt. And coming from people that are supposed to know about technology, it's just such a bankrupt narrative. It's what came out of this Black Ops 6 update for the Pro is quite literally, it's the end of the year dessert. Just getting to eat and say, you all are full of crap. I love it. It's just such a nice little cherry on top for the year. It's just a nice little cherry on top. It's like, oh, the PS5 Pro is a waste. No one wants it, and it's a failure, and the PSSR is a flop. Really? That's interesting. Xbox's biggest game of the year developed proprietary tech for it. And they gave us really good insight into what might be happening with a lot of the PSSR patches and updates in other games. Man, isn't it interesting?
I've never met a non-pony defend Sony so vigorously. Wow, Jimmy Neutron, wow. So you are trying to say that Digital Foundry, who would have, tested out more than 10 games at this point with PlayStation 5 Pro and PSSR, and came to the conclusion saying this.
Depending upon what you want to do with the PlayStation 5 Pro, maybe you don't need to buy a PlayStation 5 Pro. If you want to get 60 FPS in every game, don't get a PS5 Pro. I don't think that's what it's supposed to do.
Come on, Jimmy. Even Mark Cerny himself said that you guys are beta testers when it comes to PSSR and the PlayStation 5 Pro. This is basically a test system. What are we even doing here, Jimmy? But I know as a pony in 2025, you will continue to cap and continue to deny your ponyism. Enough of that. Today, however, what we are going to talk about is how Xbox is poised to have a very good 2025. I mean, if you're an Xbox fan, you should be happy in 2025. And we'll also talk about how there are some PlayStation 5 fans who still think Concord is gold. It's worth more than gold. Somebody's high in this place, man. So you know what? Let's get it.
One island to one
This is a sickness!
Let's get it. So before we continue the video, guys, do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. When you do that, you get the best Xbox content this side of YouTube. In addition to that, you get some Nintendo news and also some Sony pony salt. We specialize in that and we ensure that your blood pressure is not too high. So please consider hitting that like and subscribe button if this type of content interests you. Now let's get back to the video. First up, let's talk about Xbox 2025. We know 2024, the latter part of it was phenomenal for Xbox. They gave us games like Indiana Jones, Stalker 2 and Flight Simulator, just to name a few. But Microsoft really did go heavy in the latter part of 2024. Some of the critics were saying that Microsoft was very light in the first half of 2024, giving us games like Hellblade 2. That's basically it when it comes to first party titles. Now, Microsoft did supply us with a bevy of Game Pass games in the first half, like Palworld and so forth. But we know that when it comes to first party content, they were a little light in the first half. Now, Microsoft is looking to change that in 2025, because just look at some of the games you guys would be consuming in just Game Pass alone. Look at this. We are coming in strong in 2025 with Avowed. Then we would have Doom the Dark Ages. Soon after, we would have South of Midnight. Wonderful game. Then we would have Outer Worlds 2. Not forgetting, of course, Towerborn. And how could we not even mention Fable? All these are first-party Xbox games coming in 2025. How could you not say that we are eating good this year already? And then we cannot forget Microsoft presence at CES. We are hearing some rumors that Microsoft just might have an update for the Xbox Series X. Now, if Microsoft does that, where they would have upgraded the performance of the Xbox Series X and S, that would be a blatant slap to the PlayStation 5 Pro. If Microsoft is able to unlock some sort of additional power or features for the Xbox Series X or Series S, I am telling you today, the PlayStation community would feel sick. Wow. We don't want to forget that Microsoft also have their partnership showcase. So you guys are understanding what is going on here for Microsoft in 2025. We have a bevy of games. We have announcements at CES and we have a showcase. We are eating until our belly bursts with excitement from everything happening with Xbox. But let me hear what you think about the things that could happen in 2025. What are you most excited for in 2025? Next up, let's talk about some ponies. In 2024, Microsoft was criticized for their Play Anywhere strategy, in addition to bringing some of their games to the PlayStation 5. And this is understandable given the amount of money it takes to develop a AAA game. If a AAA game does not succeed, that studio have the potential of closing down. So Microsoft don't want to do that. So some of their games are going to other platforms. And even Sony guys are starting to understand the reason, because Sony is in potential danger if they don't do that. That is why Pee Wee Herman Holtz would have said that they are exploring putting certain games on other platforms. Listen to MBG come to the realization that this is the best way to keep the gaming industry healthy.
We're reaching a point where software sales are becoming more and more important. We're reaching a point where some of Sony's games are getting so expensive that truthfully, they can't just rely on the PlayStation console user base anymore.
Gotcha.
It's becoming too risky. It's simply becoming too risky, because it's like, man, what happens when we get to a point where like 8 million sales kind of isn't enough? And we need 10 million, or we need 12 million, or we need 15 million. And there's no guarantee that that will happen.
Yes, here we have one pony admitting that what Microsoft is doing currently is exactly what Sony would need to do in the near future, if not do it already. So this pony is coming to his senses. On the other hand, we have another horse. He is saying that he was appalled by the interview with Pee Wee Herman when he would have said that he is going to make more live services game. As a matter of fact, he is vexed. I present you the artist formerly known as Dreamcast Guy.
Here, and today we're talking about the future of PlayStation because Sony just did a very long interview about what their plans are for 2025, and even the CEO of PlayStation, Herman Hulst, is talking about the fact that basically they want a lot more Concord. They want more live service games with crappy microtransactions, and battle passes, and cosmetic skins, and seasonal events. And to be honest, I'm frustrated, but I feel like everybody's frustrated. We're going to take a look at a lot of takes, people roasting this stupid official press release by PlayStation, but let's just start with the short and sweet of it. When I think of Sony Studios, when I think about the games that PlayStation has been making, especially here for the last two console generations, the stuff that gets me the most is the single-player experiences. The Uncharted's, the God of Wars, the crazy stuff like Bloodborne, the stories, the worlds that make me want to play it, to love it, to get that platinum trophy. I'm not excited about all these crappy live service games, but clearly that's what PlayStation is so obsessed with doubling down on. And that's what they're actually talking about. So let's take a look at the statement and how everybody is already pointing and laughing.
These ponies are shocked. Because they don't want another Concord. On the other hand, there are ponies who are embracing the failure of Concord. As a matter of fact, their reasoning is this: Concord is worth more than gold today. Yes, Concord is a very, very valuable game. Listen to a pony I don't usually have on this channel, but let me introduce him to you guys. This is Koala-man here. Listen to him basically saying that Concord is worth more than gold.
Good morning, y'all. My nan got me this for Christmas. I can't wait to fire it up on the PS5 later today, showing, of course, Concord, discontinued game no longer offered or playable, of course. And then Critical Punch, no disrespect to your nan, but you know what to do with that. Well, here's the thing, too. Tongue-in-cheek here. Yes, it was a failed experiment. Yes, the Q&A process didn't go through this. I've covered Concord multiple times on this channel. It was a great, fun playing game with horrible design issues in the characters.
Are you okay? I'm okay.
But that being said, if you actually got a physical copy of this, especially sealed, ladies and gentlemen, hold on to that copy. If not, sell that immediately on eBay or wherever else. This thing is worth money.
Did Koala-man stutter? He said Concord is worth money. I mean, did he even tell Sony that?
Especially sealed. So Critical Punch not using those brain cells. That's going to be the common theme today, as you can tell, by burning money there. That's essentially what he's doing, is burning money that he could sit there and flip this at the worst. So
you see why I say it's a sickness, guys? Koala-man is saying here that a sealed copy of Concord is worth a lot of money. He's saying you guys could flip it, hit it, and sip it and make a lot of money. So why Sony couldn't do this, Koala-man? Why Sony couldn't do the same thing that you have the consumer wanting to do, saying that these guys don't have brain cells?
really, if you did end up with a sealed copy of Concord, ladies and gentlemen, please look into selling that thing or holding on to it and really flipping that later on.
I beg your pardon?
That thing is going to be worth some major money just due to the legacy of it failing so bad, a crash and burn in a short period of time. It's going to happen, and it was an L on Sony's end. However, again, the brain cells aren't firing here and low-hanging fruit, but again, he stuck up for Redfall and still does to this day and age. So what does that tell you there? But let's continue on here. This one, XBG, Xbox Battlegrounds, essentially, right? Using the classic meme, AI-generated meme that's been around for a little while now, and showing the boy getting very upset over that Concord opening with the flipping off there. But the part that really stands out to me, folks, is Merry Christmas. Is this not ho ho ho, the jolly, St. Nick is saying, if you are celebrating that sort of thing? I don't know what they're doing here. Again.
So let me explain it to you, Koala-man, because I don't expect you or other ponies to get it. What he's doing here is playing on words. Instead of saying ho ho ho, he's saying oh, like, when it is you make a mistake, you make a fluke. Yes, he's using oh as a mistake. And he's basically flipping ho 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 on its head. So come on, Koala-man.
The theme, brain cells, not clicking. Easy softball pitch here, and you can't even do that. So again, this guy very upset. I'd be understanding to the child or person receiving the gift. Again, we're flipping this for money at this point if you did receive, of course, Concord. So
this guy keeps saying it. He's saying you guys are getting big money for Concord. Where's this money coming from, Koala-man? Why Sony isn't getting this big money for
keep that in mind. I'm going to keep reminding that if that's the case, because truly, you're sitting on a gold mine here.
I love gold! The look of it, the taste of it, the smell of it.
So yes, this was the video for today. These guys are sick. So 2025 does look excellent for when it comes to Xbox, because there's a lot of games coming. We have some PlayStation fans who are upset that Sony is continuing with the live services game, and then we have ponies like Koala-man who is saying that you are sitting down on a gold mine if it is you have Concord. Wow, what a video. So guys, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.